And right now, I don't know if you can tell, this middle of January, we got snow here. That's where I live at. I figure right now would be a perfect time to talk about winter health and winter nutrition. So for those of us who live in the temperate climates, at this time of year, we tend to eat a little bit heavier than we normally would, say maybe spring or summer. And this is pretty normal. Probably because your body tends to want to hold on to more food, to hold on to more weight, maybe more fat to protect you against this type of weather. So eating heavier right now is really not a bad thing. You also probably tend to eat more meat than you normally would, say, in those summer months. This also is pretty normal. One thing I would like to mention, don't overdo it on the meat. Number one, because meat can still be very constipating on the bowels. And as we've talked about maybe before, or maybe you've read, constipation is one of the causes of what we feel is disease. So don't overdo it on a lot of meat, because like I said, it can constipate your bowels. Also, another thing a lot of people don't know, meat is also very hard on your kidneys. So once again, be careful eating a lot of meat. And while I'm talking about the kidneys, something that I want to say that's very important this time of year, a lot of people don't do, they don't drink enough water. And this is probably because you don't really crave that much water when the weather's cold as you normally would, like in the summer when your body is like sweating, moving out the toxins and impurities. But you also have to remember also that this time of year, the air is a lot drier. So you can still become dehydrated. You need to drink more water. You need to drink at least, I'm not going to say eight glasses a day, because most people just won't do that. But get at least 4, or if you drink bottled water, try to get at least 2 in your day. Something else about water, it also helps your body to regulate body temperature, which can be very important this time of year. So not only, like I said, does it help flush your kidneys out, it also helps your body regulate temperature. It also helps you with bowel movements. It helps your body to produce the stool, to move it out. So all the way around, water is really good to have this time of year. Don't neglect it just because it's cold out. Something else I like to talk about this time of year is also diseases. This seems to be the type of year where people always get a lot more sick. This is the time of year for viruses. Where you're talking about whether the flu virus, pneumonia, common colds, or whatever. That comes along this time of year as well. And maybe in another video I'll talk about one or 2 reasons why that is. But for right now, I do want to address maybe some herbs, some foods that you should have more of this time of year. First one I want to talk about is cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is really good, number one, to raise your internal body temperature, thermogenesis. A lot of people take cayenne pepper this time of year just to keep their internal temperature a little warmer when they go out. So if you're outside for extended periods of time this time of year, this is an herb that you definitely want to use. Cayenne pepper is also really good for blood circulation. As you know, a lot of times people catch the frostbite, things like that. A lot of it's because of poor circulation. Your circulation does tend to slow down this time of year if you're out in the cold. So get the cayenne pepper in your system, keep your everything circulating, and you shouldn't have any problems with that. Something else about cayenne pepper, as I talked about earlier, people tend to eat a lot more meat this time of year. Cayenne pepper helps your body to produce hydrochloric acid, which is necessary for your body to break down animal protein like meats, things like that. So one thing we recommend is to have the taste of a pungent herb like cayenne pepper. And you can even put it in a glass of water. You can put it in water, drink it, or you can sprinkle it on your food. If you like to cook with cayenne pepper, this is the time of year to do that. Like I said, it'll help your body break down the meat. And as a lot of people get older, their body doesn't produce hydrochloric acid that much anyway. Now you see a lot of older people getting acid reflux and all the gastrointestinal problems and all that. So cayenne pepper is an herb that we definitely recommend for this time of year. A food that we recommend this time of year, which also could be classified as an herb, is onions. This is the time of year that if you eat onions, you like onions, this is the time of year to eat them. Onions have the properties of boosting your immune system. They're known for that. As a matter of fact, there's an old folk remedy that a lot of people still use today where they'll cut an onion, they'll cut it open, and leave it out in the room. And what that does is onions are notorious, or known rather, for attracting germs and bacteria and viruses. So a lot of people will cut an onion open and leave it in whatever room that they're sleeping in or spending most of the time in. And they use that to get them from, I don't know, just really just getting sick. But they do that. So one thing I want to mention though, if you do that and there's onion out, don't eat that onion. don't eat that because, like I said, it's a magnet for germs and bacteria. So whenever you're cooking with it, cook with it, cut it up, whatever. But if you're going to use it to ward off diseases, leave it out. Once you left it out for an extended period of time, go ahead and toss that in the garbage. Something else I like to mention, another food I like to mention, or herb, whatever you want to call it, is horseradish. People in natural health field like me, like myself, we like horseradish for the fact that it's very good at dissolving the bad type of mucus that's in your system, particularly like in your sinus cavities, but it'll also dissolve it throughout your body as well. If you ever had horseradish, you know how strong it tastes and how much it maybe opens up your sinus cavities. That's it dissolving that mucus. And if you know anything about natural health, you know that mucus is what germs and viruses, that's the food they feed on. So if you cut off the food supply, they have no reason to stay inside your body. So if you like horseradish, I advise you to get more horseradish in your diet right now. And one thing we usually do to break up mucus in the body, we'll take horseradish and mix it with fresh lemon juice. You can put it in take a teaspoon of it, maybe once or twice a day. It's strong, but it will break up that mucus to take away the food supply for the germs and viruses. Well, really, that's about all I have for you. I do want to say that just because it's cold out, if you take care of yourself, there should be no reason why you can't enjoy the winter. Oh, one thing else I do want to mention. A lot of times we feel that in the natural health field, we feel that dairy is one of the causes of mucus in the body. Because if you look it up, you really won't find it. So if you Google it, most of the conventional medicine will say is that it thickens mucus. Like milk, they'll say milk thickens mucus, but it doesn't cause it. We feel that it's a cause of mucus. We feel that human beings weren't designed to digest dairy. But like I said, that's an argument that goes on and on and on. So the reason I bring that up because this time of year, a lot of people like to have hot chocolate. Hot chocolate was a staple for this time of year when kids go out sledding and playing out in the snow or whatever. So one thing I want to suggest, if you do like hot chocolate and you want some, you could go with something like an almond milk, hemp milk. Hemp is actually very good for you as far as like when you make the hemp milk. And you can buy it in the store, but hemp actually has a lot of protein, vegetable protein, has a lot of omega-3 fatty acids. So you can go with an almond milk, hemp milk, even a rice milk. If you want, it's just an alternative there. You can try it out and see if you like the taste of it. But like I said, if you take care of yourself, don't stay outside for extended periods of time, maybe more than a half hour or so. There's no reason why you can't enjoy the winter weather. Well, that's all I got for you right now. Enjoy your day, enjoy the season, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.